When people part, they still share competing interests in children, in property, in the future. It can be difficult to come to terms, to see eye to eye. It can be easy to fall into conflict. The goal of family mediation is to help families build understanding and reach agreement, and to reduce the conflict and costs of coming to terms. It's a multi-layered strategy designed to accommodate different people and situations. The first step for the mediator is to interview the couple separately to see where each is coming from.
You're ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, what I always do in my mediation is have separate time with each of you before we decide to go ahead to a joint session, making sure that mediation is the right choice for you, and just getting a perspective from you about what you see you need to work on in mediation, and just to get your viewpoint.
Well, I'm here because he won't work out what needs to be worked out. He's not dealing with me on the house. He thinks everything's fine, and it's not. We have huge problems, and he won't even look at them.
Well, I mean, basically I'm here because we haven't spoken at all, and Saya seems to think we need to do something, and I don't want to go to court.
Okay.
I'm trying to avoid paying as much as I can.
Yeah, and the court step usually only happens when you're fighting and you can't resolve the fighting. So mediation is a way for you to try to work through the differences here in a more peaceable way. And hopefully it'll help you get to a settlement, and you'll have some resolution, and you won't have to go to court. Okay? That's the goal. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
The next step is a joint session, where the goal is to get the couple to talk to each other and air their concerns.
So you're both struggling, it seems to me, with, how can we be a parent to your daughter? How can you be the best parent given that you're in separate homes right now? And you each probably had this different parenting style when you were in the same home, right? And it worked just fine because she had that all the time. Now that you're in separate homes, it seems to me like you're concerned that you're not having the chance to influence her in the way that you would like to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you're saying she's a teenager.
Right.
I'm not fully understanding what she's doing, but that is not a major issue for you.
No.
What she calls herself.
No, what she calls herself isn't a major issue for me. That I don't always understand what she's doing is something of an issue.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because I think there are things that she is doing that you don't know about, and she's with you more, which is part of the reason why I'm here, and you're not watching her.
What is it that she's doing that I don't know about?
Well, have you not seen the black clothes she's taken to?
Of course I've seen the black clothes that she's taken to.
And she's calling herself a cat. There's something not right about this whole picture. I mean, she's angry all the time.
Of course she's angry.
She's not just
her parents split up.
That's not the only reason she's angry. She needs time and attention, and she's not getting it.
The role of the mediator is to keep the communication moving forward in a cooperative way.
But when we talk on the phone, it's like, tell your dad this, and then let's talk about all this other stuff. Let's talk about how I don't like your girlfriend. Let's talk about... It's not just practical matters that you want to talk about. And I'm not always willing to do that just because you decide that it's time.
Yeah, and what's happening as a result is that any concerns I have with you about your girlfriend, they're not getting addressed. She is influencing my kids. I have a say in that.
And whose fault is that?
That's your fault.
How is that my fault? Because you don't like her.
Because you brought in a 23-year-old baby to try and guide my kids.
And you decided that you didn't like her, and that's it for you.
She's 23.
So you don't like 23-year-olds?
It's like having another teenager.
Yeah, this is hard. This is hard for both of you, okay? And let's just kind of pull it back a little bit and try to slow that down. It sounds like you're saying, I do want to talk about the communication and the messages and pickups and deliveries and issues around the children. I don't want it suddenly to become a discussion around my new girlfriend.
No, I don't.
Okay. So you're saying, wait a minute, she impacts us. She's part of this whole package here, and we need to find a way to talk about her as well. So let's just put that in, that you need to have some discussion as well around just your involvement with your new relationship and how she fits with the kids.
Or doesn't
Because
fit.
your relationship basically is going to be private, just as when you'll have future relationships, they'll be private. But at the same time, how they impact with the kids is something that affects all of you. So you may need to discuss that a little bit today.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Here, yeah.
For me, the bottom line is that they go away feeling that they are able to get on with their lives, that they've made some progress in bringing closure to their marriage as spouses, and they've made some good progress and beginnings to redefining their relationship as parents and recognizing that it's ongoing, so that they need to continue and will continue talking. This is going to help them build on that.
Some situations require the help of lawyers.
So I think we had a good session the other day with just the three of us there, and you worked through a number of issues around the children and how you're going to communicate better around them regularly. You're going to be spending more time with them, and you're each going to be spending more time with them separately. So hopefully there is some agreement and some way to go forward around the children. My understanding from discussing with your lawyers is that today you would like to really focus on the house and what to do about that, because that's the major piece of joint property that you have. Okay? Okay, good. So that's where we're going to start today.
Typically, lawyers will meet with their clients before they come together in a joint mediation session.
And I'm sorry about that, but the goal here is damage control. And it's not useful for you to be unrealistic and think that you can hang on to your house and cost yourself a lot of money in legal fees pursuing an unrealistic goal. I think what we have to do is accept reality. The house has to be sold, move towards that reality sooner rather than later, and just save your money, because the longer the dispute remains unsettled, the higher your legal fees will be.
During the joint session, the lawyers advise their clients individually and work jointly to foster agreement with a minimum of cost and conflict.
So can I just clarify, Terry, you said $1,000 a month on an ongoing basis for the duration. What is the duration you're looking at?
Well, I think at this point, I mean, I don't know where you're coming from, so I would have to say that be the outside piece of the same length of the marriage, 17 years. We may have some difficulty with that.
Yes.
Yeah. That would effectively have Dean supporting Saya until she's 57, which seems a little lengthy.
As I say, we don't know where you're coming from at this point, and trying to be reasonable. We're here to negotiate. We wouldn't have come here today if we had a firm, fixed position and we're heading off to court. But we need to hear from you.